Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I am Neha Paryani. In this session, we are going to discuss about the third method of joint venture accounting. Okay. In my previous sessions, we have already discussed the two methods of maintaining the joint venture accounts, right? So we have also discussed the problem relating to them. Okay. If you want the link of the previous videos, you can get it in the description box below or at the end of this video. Okay. So keep watching. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the third method of maintaining joint venture accounts. Okay, so this method is when each venturer maintains the accounts where his own transaction of joint venture are recorded. So here in this case, the joint venturer maintains his own account. Okay, he will prepare his own books of accounts, right? He will maintain his own account. Along with that, he will prepare memorandum joint venture account. Okay, so we will have a look at a problem relating to it, right? So Anand and Ashok entered into joint venture, agreed to share profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. Okay, now Anand purchased goods worth rupees 20,000 and Ashok rupees 10,000, right? So we will solve the problem also. Okay, so here the first transaction is of purchasing the goods, right? So as I told you, first of all, we have to prepare the memorandum joint venture account here. Okay, so how to record the first transaction here? See, here it's very simple. Okay, Anand has purchased the goods, so mention as Anand's account. Okay, in bracket you can mention for purchases, right? So the amount of purchase here is rupees 20,000. Okay, 20,000. Next, Ashok has purchased the goods for rupees 10,000. Okay, so again record that also as Ashok's account in bracket purchases. Okay, 10,000, right? So joint venture account, it's nothing but the combination of trading and profit and loss account. Okay, so the things that we record on the in the trading and profit and loss account will appear here. Okay, so purchases, expenses, all those things will be recorded on the debit side, right? Whereas sales and incomes will be recorded on the credit side. Okay, so purchases I have recorded on the debit side, right? So whoever has made the purchases, just mention their name and put the amount. Okay, in the memorandum joint venture account, we have to do it like that. Okay, then Anand sold 3/4 of the goods for rupees 38,000 and paid for carriage rupees 2,500, go down rent rupees 500 and insurance 1,000. Okay, so here one of the co-venturer is selling certain goods. Okay, along with the sales, he is incurring certain expenses. Okay, so how to record it? First of all, record the sales. Okay, so we know sales appears on the credit side, so mention it as Anand's account. Okay, in bracket mention sales, right? So amount of sales is rupees 38,000. Okay, along with that, he is incurring some of the expenses, right? We know expenses should be recorded on the debit side. Okay, so mention as Anand's account. Okay, in bracket you can write expenses. Okay, so he is paying for carriage rupees 2,500, go down rent rupees 500 and insurance rupees 1,000. Carriage 2,500. Okay, go down rent rupees 500 and insurance rupees 1,000. Okay, in total his expenses are rupees 4,000, right? Next, Ashok sold the remaining goods for rupees 13,000 and paid for cartage rupees 12,000. Okay, so it's 1,200 here, sorry, and paid cartage rupees 1,200, insurance rupees 600 and sundry expenses rupees 200. Okay, now here Anand has sold 3/4 of the goods, right? Now Ashok is selling the remaining goods. Okay, the amount of sales is also given. Along with that, Ashok is also incurring some of the expenses here. Okay, so first of all, record the sales Ashok's account in bracket sales. He has sold the goods for rupees 13,000, right? Then he has to pay for certain expenses. Okay, so mention as Ashok's account in bracket expenses. Okay, so he has paid for cartage 1200, insurance 600 and sundry expenses 200. Cartage 1200. Okay, then he has paid for insurance 600 and sundry expenses rupees 200. Okay, so in total he has paid 2000 rupees for expenses. Clear? Next, show the necessary ledger accounts in the books of both venturers when each venturer records only his transaction in the books. Okay, so we have recorded all the transactions now. Okay, so everything which appears in the joint venture account has been recorded, right? Now what we have to do, we have to total both the amount columns and check on which side we have more amount. Okay, so here credit side is bigger, right? Total on credit side is rupees 51,000, right? 51,000. Okay, so deduct all these amount from 51,000, so we'll get a balancing figure. We are getting balancing figure of 15,000. Okay, so this we call it as profit on joint venture. Okay, so this will be distributed among the co-venturers account. Okay, in case if we get the balancing figure on the credit side, then we call it as loss on joint venture. Okay, simply here it means that we have made more sales and we have more income than our expenses. Clear? So our expenses are less than our incomes. That is why we are having the profit here. Clear? If we get the balancing figure on the credit side, it means that our expenses are more than our income. That is why we are facing the loss. Okay, now this has to be distributed between the co-venturers. Now for distributing this, the ratio has been given in the question. Ratio is 2:1. Okay, so distribute it for Anand and Ashok. Okay, so total profits are 15,000 rupees. Out of that, 2/3 belongs to Anand and 15,000 rupees is the total profit. 1/3 belongs to Ashok, right? See here 2:1 is the ratio, right? So if we are dividing the profits in 3 parts, 2 plus 1 is 3, right? If we are dividing the profits in 3 parts, 2 parts belongs to Anand and 1 part belongs to Ashok. Okay, that is why 2/3 and 1/3. Okay, so here we'll get the amount 10,000 rupees and 5,000 rupees. Okay, so this will appear in their own accounts, right? So this is how we prepare the memorandum joint venture account. Okay, whoever the party has paid for any expenses or made any transaction, just mention their name. Okay, that's it. Memorandum joint venture account is very simple, right? Next we have to prepare the co-venturers account. Okay, first we are preparing Anand's account in his books itself. Okay, in the books of Anand itself we are preparing Anand account. Okay, so in bracket you can mention joint venture with Ashok. Okay, but remember Anand itself, he himself is maintaining his account here. Okay, so now for preparing this, it is also again very easy. Okay, for this you have to refer the joint venture account, right? So for in here, now whatever the transactions are made here by Anand, all those transactions will be recorded here in Anand's account. Clear? We are preparing Anand's account, right? So whatever the transactions Anand has made, only those transactions will appear in Anand's account. Okay, and whatever the transactions are made by Ashok, they will appear in the Ashok's account. Okay, and on the same side, right? See, I'll show you. First, on debit side we have Anand's account, right, for purchases. So in Anand's account, same, on the debit side we should mention as bank account for purchases. We are taking as bank account because we cannot mention Anand's name in the Anand's account, right? We are preparing Anand's account itself. So here we cannot mention it as Anand's account, right? So here we are taking it as bank account. You can also take it as cash account, okay? Cash or bank account, right? Next, again we have Anand's account on the debit side for expenses, okay? First mention the amount here. For purchases, it's 20,000 rupees, right? 20,000, okay? Next, we have Anand's account for expenses, right? So record the expenses, same on the debit side, bank account, in bracket, expenses, okay? So amount is 4,000. It's already calculated, right? Next, again, we have Anand's name for profit on joint venture. I told you, right? This has to be distributed, profit has to be distributed among the co-venturers, okay? So take it as, again you can mention it here as profit and loss account, okay? So profit for Anand is 10,000 rupees, okay? Now check on the credit side. We have Anand's account for sales on the credit side, right? So take the sales transaction also in the Anand's account. Again take it as bank account, okay? In bracket, sales, right? So amount is also same, 38,000 rupees, right? So other than that, we don't have Anand's account anywhere, okay? So these are the transactions made by Anand, okay? Now again we have to find out the balancing figure, right? So here 38,000 is the total, okay? 38,000 rupees. Now if we deduct all these things, all these amount, okay, we will get the balancing figure of rupees 4,000, okay? We call it as balance carried down or balancing figure. Clear? So just take the transactions made by Anand, okay? Then close the accounts by totaling, check which side is bigger, okay? And we will get a balancing figure either on the debit side or on the credit side, right? Next, we have to prepare Ashok's account, right? In the books of Ashok itself. Here it means Ashok himself is preparing his own accounts, his own books of accounts, okay? So again we have to refer memorandum joint venture account in order to prepare Ashok's account, okay? Now here wherever the word Ashok account is mentioned, take all those transactions in the Ashok account, okay? So on debit side we have Ashok's account for purchases, right? So here again on the debit side we will take it as bank account for purchases, okay? Amount of purchases is 10,000 rupees, right? Next, again we have Ashok's account for expenses on the debit side itself. So take it as bank account expenses, okay? Total expenses of Ashok are rupees 2,000. If you want, you can specifically mention all the expenses also, okay, as you have mentioned here, right? Then we have profit for Ashok, right? Again on the debit side. So take it here as profit and loss account, 5,000 rupees as profit. Clear? On the credit side, we have Ashok's account for sales, rupees 13,000. So here take it on the credit side as bank account, rupees 13,000. In bracket you can mention sales, okay? Now total, okay? So here total and check on which side the balance is more, okay? Here in this case the balance is more on the debit side, right? The total on debit side here is 17,000 rupees. 17,000 rupees, okay? So deduct 13,000 rupees from 17,000, we have a balancing figure of rupees 4,000, okay? We call it as balance carried down. In bracket you can mention it as balancing figure. Clear? See here the balancing figure of Ashok is on the credit side rupees 4,000 and in Anand's account the balancing figure of Anand is on the debit side rupees 4,000. Okay, the amount is similar here, right? It's same. Okay, so here one co-venturer has to pay 4,000 rupees to the other co-venturer. Okay, so out of all the three methods of maintaining books of accounts, memorandum joint venture account is very easy. Okay, when you watch the previous videos or you already know the different methods, then you can easily compare. You can come to know that memorandum joint venture account method is very easy. Okay, so do watch the previous videos or you will find very difficult to understand what is joint venture accounting and you won't be able to properly solve the problems. Okay guys, so this was all about today. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you in my next videos. Till that, happy learning.